Yeah, I'm back again for us to continue where we stopped. In my last video, I talked about, you know, I made mention of a comment that somebody commented. Among other comments, I take interest on this very particular comment, you know, on the point that the young man, or sorry, the person, because I wouldn't know the gender, on the point that the person raised, that this person touched. My last video, I talked about the one, this fellow talked about the venomous serpent and the non-venomous bronze serpent, which in his own interpretation, he said that the venom of that serpent represents sin, which I I debunked because that's a typical interpretation of Nigerian Pentecostal preachers. That's the way they interpret the Bible. The Bible never said so. I never mentioned that. I said that in my, in my previous video, in my last video. And again, he talked about Mary being chosen or being set aside for not having committed any sin, and that was why she was the one now chosen for the immaculate conception. That was also a lie because the Bible never said so. Now, when AJ Gabriel appeared to Mary, AJ Gabriel said, after the greeting, AJ Gabriel said to her, "You have found favor." Okay? Is there in the Bible? You found favor. What is favor? Favor is receiving something that you never merited. You are giving something that you did not merit. Do you see it now? Which means that, like I said ab initio in my previous video, that the act of Mary's virginity was not, sorry, that Mary's virginity was not an act of holiness. No, it was as a result of the custom and the tradition of the Jews as at that time, which is also tabulated in the Bible. Okay, good. Now, let us proceed on today's issue, which is the continuation of what we have at hand, the danger of religion. You see, if you look at this comment now from this very person, you will truly understand the actual danger that we are talking about here now. Misinterpretation, interpreting the same Bible out of context. And that is why we're having a lot of confusion today in the society that religion has brought. Because a lot of people have their way of misinterpreting even the very Bible, which they claim is a fundamental of Christianity. Now, listen to this story, a life story. It happened. A young man had a senior brother. They were two born by their parents. And their parents were of Faith Tabernacle Church. The younger guy now, when he finished secondary school and wrote his JAMB, he did very well. And he wanted to study medicine. His father refused. He tried to convince his father to allow him study medicine. His father refused, that he cannot study medicine. The young man said, okay. went to school, got admission, went to school, and started studying medicine. But along the line, they have lost their mother. And when the father realized that he was studying medicine, the father said that he was not going to train him unless he would change the course. The young man said no. The young man continued without his father's assistance. Good thing, he graduated with the flying colors. He did well, came out, got a job in a very good hospital and was, well paid. He now became a very good breadwinner of the family, and things started moving well. And the father and the senior brother, they were also enjoying the money that the young man is making as a medical doctor. Take note of that. Now, it was during the time that this American visa lottery came up newly. The young man picked the form, filled it, submitted, did all the necessary things, and good a thing, luck was on his side. He's held through. And through that American visa lottery, he now found himself in the United States of America practicing medicine. And the light of the family now shined brighter. He started taking good care of the family, the father and the senior brother and the senior brother's family. They were doing very, very well. Along the line, the father fell sick, even to the point of dying. The young man now came down when the senior brother called him and told him the situation of things. He came down, told his father that he was going to take him to the hospital. The father said no. The young man said, "No way, Papa. I must take you to the hospital. You can't labor all these years in your life. And now that God has started blessing us, you now want to live without enjoying the fruit of your labor." The young man didn't mind that his father abandoned him. He didn't mind. Why did this man abandon his son? He abandoned his son because of his faith as a member of Faith Tabernacle Church. After much persuasion, the man reluctantly accepted. The young man now took his father to the hospital, treated him, and the man got well and was discharged. Hale and hearty, he came back to the house and started living his life good again. And the young man went back to US. Meanwhile, the senior brother's wife was pregnant. Before you know it, they called the young man again and said, "See, your senior brother's wife is having issues, having complications with the pregnancy. This, that." The young man said, "There's nothing more to do. It's just to take her to the hospital." The young man now went as far as calling his friend, who was his classmate, a medical doctor as well, practicing in Nigeria. This guy now called his friend and said, "Please, you are a gynecologist. My senior brother's wife is pregnant and they called me and told me that it's having so and so issues. Please, I will want you to check out on her and see how you can be of help." The friend accepted, went to their house. The young man said, "No, our faith forbids that. My wife can't come to your hospital. We don't need hospital, we don't need medicine." The young man pleaded. The guy refused. The young man now called his friend and said, "See, your senior brother said he's against his faith, and there's nothing he can do. He can't force them against their wish." And this guy now in abroad now called his senior brother and said, "If anything happens to your wife, please Leave me out of it. Don't call me because I will not be a party or a part of whatever thing that will happen. The guy said to his brother, the senior brother said to his younger brother, nothing is going to happen. My faith, our faith will see her through all blah, blah, blah. To cut the good long story short, you know what happened. Your gaze is as good as mine. The woman couldn't make it. The woman kicked the bucket as a result of that. That was how this young man now lost his wife, leaving behind 3 children for him to cater for all alone. As a very young man. When the younger brother, who is a medical doctor practicing in the United States of America, heard about the news of the demise of his senior brother's wife, he was so angry, so pissed off with his father and the senior brother, and told them that he is not going to do anything for them again. And that was how, for the meantime, he cut off from them. When they did the burial and everything, he didn't show up. He didn't contribute. The senior brother now started suffering and struggling on how to raise the 3 children. What do you see here now? The danger of religion. The same hospital that saved his father and kept him alive was the same hospital and the same medicine that the senior brother and his wife vehemently rejected because of what they were taught, because of their belief in the religion, because of what they are practicing. That was how that woman kicked the bucket, leaving behind 3 children. Do you see the danger I'm talking about now, that we are talking about? I know you that is watching this video, listening to me, you may have observed or you now remember that, oh, so and so happened to so and so person like this. Danger of religion. Now, in my own village, there was this man who was somehow related to me. He was a pastor in this same Faith Tabernacle church. When they came back to the village, he had 3 children, 2 girls and 1 boy. The son, the only son that he had a terrible accident that nearly almost claimed his life. What did this man now do? What he did was to take his son to the general hospital, functioning general hospital in our area at that time. And the boy was treated. The surgeries were carried out on him. He was treated and got himself back. Do you know what happened? The church invited him. And to crown the whole story up, he was excommunicated. The church excommunicated him with immediate effect. And he was never called back again. Do you know what he told the church? He said, you want me to sit and watch my only son go like that? You want me to lose my only son at this very tender age? No, I can't do it. I have to save the life of my only son. Who will live after me when I am gone? Now, do you see? He couldn't sit and watch his own son, only son, go. What about the people that have taught that same doctrine or dogma? What about the people that have preached that to? What about the people that are practicing that because of his teachings? What about the people that worse things has happened to? as a result of his teachings to them. What about them? But look at him now in his own time. When the table have turned to his own side, he said no. He can't sit and watch his only son go like that. He will save the life of his son, violating that which he had been teaching others, persuading others to practice. The danger of religion. Do you see it? Do you see what I mean here? Now, I will allow you to ponder over this. You see, I don't want to, make this video to be too cumbersome, because I want to be bringing points one after the other so that we can reason. Remember that the bone of contention here is the danger that religion has posed to mankind. How religion have damaged, destroyed, disorganized, disunited mankind, frustrated mankind. There is still more to come. Please wait for it. Because I believe that at the end of this, we will have a lot to learn. This is just a part 4 of this interaction. Thank you for being there, for watching out for my video. Please go to the comment section. Let's share in your opinion, in your views, in your own experience or experiences. I would really want to know. Thank you very much as you do that. I love you and I'll keep loving you. Remain safe for me. Bye.